Drop everything, ladies and gentlemen, because a scandal you didn't anticipate just blew up. The unbeaten boxing champion Claressa Shields has formally announced her split. However, that is only the beginning. A picture of her fiancé that went viral is shattering her relationship with Papoose and revealing a scandalous cheating. That is changing the definition of treachery. In the spotlight, how can a champion balance loyalty, love, and lies? Did Papoose truly accompany her? Or perhaps a piece in a much larger scheme? There were countless inquiries, shock, and rage on the internet. Who is being honest? Who is acting out which role? What sinister mysteries remain hidden behind closed doors? Don't believe that the controversy surrounding celebrities has reached its zenith. Your preconceptions are going to be shattered by this explosive story, which will thrust you into a maelstrom of deceit, heartache, and shocking discoveries. Gossip Spill Vibe is here to reveal every twisted detail you never expected, so stay tuned. Let's prepare for one of the most astounding, eyebrow-raising, and downright vicious celebrity controversies to surface online this year. Ladies and gentlemen, Claressa Shields, the unbeaten boxing ring queen, and Papoose, the devoted rapper who believed he had finally found a home, are at the heart of this turbulent tempest. New beginning following years of heartache. However, in the realm of social media, love, and celebrity, nothing is ever as straightforward as it appears. A full-fledged tale of treachery, secrets, and startling revelations has emerged. From what started out as murmurs, cryptic messages, and carefully manicured smiles. Let's start by discussing the participants. Athletes like Claressa Shields are unique. She is a formidable force in women's boxing and a two-time Olympic gold medalist. Both inside and beyond the ring, she is renowned for her fiery ferocity. Beyond the gloves and a spotlight, however, is a private life entangled in scandal, public relations stunts, and unspoken rumors that have suddenly exploded into the public eye. Papoose, however, is accustomed to perseverance and commitment. Having a profession, his public character has been one of unwavering devotion for decades, particularly seen in his protracted and complex relationship with hip-hop legend Remy Ma. The internet kept a close eye on Claressa Shields and Papoose's appearances together, attempting to figure out what kind of relationship they were in. Pictures of the couple at events, their unguarded moments, and their apparent sincere love were all over social media after years of upheaval. Fans were cautiously hopeful that Papoose may finally find a quiet chapter in his life. However, things weren't adding up behind the scenes. Then the illusion was shattered by the leak. An image of a strange man showing off a huge engagement ring with Claressa Shields' arm. The internet went up in flames with the caption, "Another year I bring, eating with my fiancé, Red Heart 2020 to be good to us." How is this possible? Was Papoose only an incidental story that happened to be convenient? Had the cruelest possible play been done to him? The whispers soon became yells. According to people familiar with the matter, Claressa's connection with Papoose was purportedly a calculated public relations ploy. Insiders claim that in order to soften Claressa's public image and appeal to a wider audience, her team recognized the benefit of pairing her with a figure like Papoose, who is renowned for his serene, devoted image. The true fiancé, an undisclosed secret, secretly establishing a business empire with Claressa Shields. While Papoose was shown as the camera's approachable companion, private chat rooms and gossip blogs began to overflow with leaked communications from Claressa's close circle. When the fiancé's photo went viral, witnesses said he confronted Claressa in a private setting, emotions boiling over in a confrontation that required security intervention. One particularly damning text reportedly read, "Papoose is perfect. For Phase 1, he's the image builder, the trust token after Q1. This wasn't just a breakup. This was a masterclass in emotional manipulation disguised as a love story." Meanwhile, Papoose was blindsided, left to digest the public humiliation in silence. The public's response was swift and brutal, and the scandal took over headlines, conversations, and memes. Joe Budden's cryptic tweet, "You don't treat a real one like that," sent ripples through the community, and 50-cent memes echoed the sentiment that Papoose had been used like a pawn in a merciless game. It was a dramatic, heartbreaking moment that perfectly captured the pain of being used and discarded on the world stage. Legal rumors surfaced, implying non-disclosure agreements and media training sessions that gagged Papoose, preventing him from publicly sharing his side of the story. While Claressa managed the narrative with well-crafted public relations campaigns, Papoose was stuck in silence, unable to defend himself against the accusations and whispers. In the background, friends and insiders say Papoose has been quietly assembling evidence, archiving messages, consulting lawyers, and building a case, waiting for the time to speak out, break the silence, and reclaim his story. What about the enigmatic fiancé? According to sources, he's not just a lover but a strategic partner in Claressa's growing empire. a man whose influence extends well beyond the ringside. The fiancé was the mastermind behind Claressa's business endeavors and brand deals, while Papoose was the public face of loyalty. The fallout has been severe, with sponsors linked to Claressa reportedly halting or canceling their sponsorships because brands are reluctant to be associated with the scandal. Internal leaks from corporate partners mention brand damage and public perception risks, signaling a serious blow to Claressa's marketability. Meanwhile, the cultural discourse has changed. This is no longer just a celebrity breakup. It's a case study in image crafting, emotional exploitation, and the harsh realities behind the glossy facadas of fame. As the first part of this drama comes to an end, the questions are bigger than ever. What will happen to Papoose once he speaks up? Can Claressa save her empire and reputation? Or is the damage irreversible? And what does the scandal say about the nature of love, loyalty, and truth in the age of social media? Stay tuned because the truth is just getting started, and Gossip Spill Vibe will be here to unveil every explosive detail. When Claressa Shields' fiancé's photo went viral, it wasn't just a viral moment. What began as whispers turned into a full-fledged cultural conversation overnight, and no one was prepared for the unvarnished truth. The hashtags #side piece passé, #Claressa played him, and #fiancé fiasco trended worldwide, and fans, celebrities, and influencers alike exploded with shock, disbelief, and a heavy dose of outrage. The floodgates opened wide and social media became a battleground where every theory, suspicion, and rumor was dissected. Fans who had previously rallied behind Claressa and Papoose's seemingly perfect pairing were now questioning it was a digital feeding frenzy, with Twitter threads full of furious arguments, Instagram reels churning out analyses of body language and social cues, and TikTok creators producing viral content that re-examined every clip, every post, and every cryptic comment like a detective looking for clues. Among the sea of reactions, the divide was evident, with some arguing for Claressa's right to privacy and complexity, and others denouncing the deceit and emotional betrayal. But almost everyone agreed that Papoose deserved better. The rapper, known for his unwavering loyalty, and Joe Budden's cryptic tweet, "You don't treat a real one like that," was added to the chorus by the celebrity world. Respect suddenly found himself cast as a manipulating outsider in a drama he never signed up for. Even though the message was removed, it was clearly received by his followers as a scathing critique of Claressa's behavior. 50 Cent entered the fray with his usual directness, posting vicious memes that depicted Papoose as a victim, igniting the flames and mobilizing support among hip-hop communities. However, more damning evidence started to surface, including private messages and burner phone texts purportedly from Claressa's inner circle that exposed the entire situation was planned. According to one stolen text, Papoose is ideal for the image phase, steady, likable, and relatable. Following Q1, phase him out. He's sweet, but he's not the one. Another post implied, Papoose serves only as a barrier. In the meantime, rumors of legal bindings and media training designed to keep Papoose silent circulated. The contracts allegedly prohibited him from publicly discussing the relationship or the scandal, effectively gagging the man at the center of the storm. The words painted a chilling picture of a relationship manufactured for public consumption, where emotions were secondary to strategy. Papoose was left watching helplessly and unheard as the team controlled the narrative, with well-crafted statements and selective posts. According to insiders close to Papoose, he spent weeks gathering evidence, recording conversations, taking screenshots, and consulting legal experts despite his public silence. He was carefully preparing for a moment of truth. Friends say he's determined to reclaim his narrative and clear his name, hinting at possible legal action that could further shake the foundations of this scandal. And what about the enigmatic fiancé? Sources confirmed he's more than just a boyfriend. He's Claressa's business partner and a key figure behind her growing fitness and boxing endeavors. The fallout extended beyond personal drama into Claressa's professional life, as the fiancé was quietly controlling Claressa's expanding empire behind the scenes, while Papoose played the role of loyal public partner. According to leaks, a major sportswear sponsor halted plans for a high-profile Women of Strength campaign featuring Claressa, citing concerns about public backlash and brand image. Influencers who had previously promoted her began to quietly distance themselves, and the hashtag cancel or gain traction, signaling a significant shift in public perception. The scandal sparked a larger conversation about authenticity in celebrity culture, with fans questioning the sincerity of public relationships and the way loyalty can be commodified for branding. After weeks of silence, Papoose's social media started to change. He posted cryptic black and white photos, emotionally charged captions, and finally a powerful live stream. in which he confronted the pain and betrayal head-on. His words were, "Raw and unfiltered, I waited years for loyalty. And what did I get? Used not just as a man, but as a brand. This ends now." Clips of his interviews about love and respect went viral, striking a chord with audiences around the world. The hashtag justice for Papoose was used by fans to rally, and discussions about the true cost of fame and loyalty were sparked. Papoose was no longer just a victim, he was a warrior reclaiming his story. As part 2 comes to an end, the drama is getting more intense, with legal battles looming, public opinion divided, and the final showdown imminent. What will Claressa do next? How will Papoose respond? And what does this mean for the culture that has been following every turn? The silence was finally broken. After weeks of mounting pressure, Papoose emerged into the spotlight, prepared to reveal the whole truth behind the explosive breakup with Claressa Shields. The live stream wasn't just a simple statement, it was an emotional revelation that shook the internet and shattered every carefully crafted narrative that Claressa's team had spun. "I was more than just a chapter in her story," Papoose said, his voice full of emotion. "I was the man standing there when loyalty meant something to be discarded like a prop in someone's business plan. That's betrayal on a whole other level." His words resonated with millions of people, many of whom had once seen Papoose as a symbol of steadfast devotion in a world of flimsy fame and fake loyalty. His account of the broken promises, the silence enforced by legal agreements, and the emotional manipulation was brutally honest, raw, and unfiltered. The hashtags #justice for Papoose, #loyalty, and #real1 began trending globally, and reaction videos flooded YouTube and TikTok with fans analyzing every word of Papoose's live stream. The public wasn't just witnessing a breakup, they were witnessing a man standing up to a system that commodified his love and loyalty. Claressa Shields' camp, caught off guard by the sudden surge, launched a quick damage control campaign. The corporate impact was immediate, as executives reportedly expressed concern about brand safety and public perception, forcing a reevaluation of Claressa's marketability. Influencers who had previously promoted her started quietly distancing themselves, deleting posts and avoiding public comment. Official statements claimed the breakup was mutual and respectful, an unfortunate but private matter. However, leaked messages from within her team painted a different picture, revealing panic, scrambling for control, and urgent calls to sponsors and media outlets to contain the fallout. But the real bombshell came from never-before-seen footage, leaked from Claressa's documentary shoot, where she was caught whispering to her fiancé, "As long as Papoose keeps playing along, we're golden." Papoose's lawyers filed lawsuits against Claressa Shields and her management, alleging emotional distress, breach of contract, and defamation. Industry insiders speculated the case could reveal the full extent of the media agreements that had silenced Papoose for months, possibly exposing contractual betrayals and media manipulation tactics. The uncut and unaltered video footage ripped through the story of a sincere romance and revealed a partnership based on in the midst of the chaos. Papoose started to regain his public presence. He made infrequent appearances at community events, and fans praised his strength and resilience, uniting behind the man who refused to be a victim. The scandal progressed from personal drama to a cultural conversation about authenticity, exploitation, and the blurred lines between love and business. In celebrity culture, public outrage skyrocketed, and online petitions demanding transparency and accountability gained traction. Remy Ma subtly pointed social media posts suggested that they had rekindled their relationship, reminding fans of the loyalty that had once defined them. Claressa's attempts to move past the scandal with motivational quotes, gym videos, and posts about her opulent vacation were met with a range of reactions, with some applauding her drive and focus and others dismissing the harm caused. The scandal continued to be a hotly debated topic, solidifying Claressa as one of the most divisive figures in recent celebrity history. As the dust settled, one truth emerged in a world obsessed with image. Loyalty and authenticity are the rarest and most valuable commodities. Papoose's journey from silent suffering to vocal empowerment resonated beyond. What will happen to these next? Will the courtroom battles reveal more secrets and rewrite the story again? Can Claressa Shields rebuild her broken empire? Or is the damage irreversible? What lessons will fans and the industry learn from this epic saga of love, betrayal, and survival? The scandal represents a struggle for respect and dignity in a field that frequently discards real people for public appearances.